billed as one of the largest public education campaigns ever.
President Biden's chief medical advisor says people need what he calls trusted messengers.
The White House has now recruited TikTokers, YouTubers, and more.
The goal, convince Americans, get the COVID vaccine.
It's vaccination day. It's vaccination day. It's vaccination day.
Today I get my COVID jab, and I'm feeling really fab. For months I have been waiting for this day. R-O-N-A-V-I-R-US-19. Time to take a shot. Hey yo, it's Pfizer and BioNTech. You asked for innovation, and we delivered it. Our generation's moon landing equivalent. Time to take a shot.
Real like you need to vax that thing. I'm feeling freaky all night. You need to vax that thing.
If you wanna get sticky and hot, go get the shot.
Grab your syringe, but make sure you clean it. And stick it in me like you really mean it. Whether it's the gutter or whether it's fire, we're staying alive, staying alive. Shot, shot, shot.
Oh, I just can't wait for vaccine. Everybody, it's time to vaccinate. Faster or no time to wait.
No more cutting your own hair now. The vaccine's on its way. Oh, got the vaccine and it means you.
The doctor that was in charge of my case told me to get used to being handicapped. Which, excuse me.
I never in a million years thought I would never be able to get up and go to the bathroom.
46% of all the deaths that have happened for vaccines over the last 31 years happened in the last 3 months with these COVID vaccines.
Where I lose my ability to talk and the full function of the right side of my body.
Family says the mother and grandmother was healthy before she got her shot, and that her sudden death came as a shock.
I am in the hospital with heart complications from the COVID-19 vaccine.
The CDC has confirmed
Higher than normal cases of
Heart inflammation in 16 to 24-year-olds
A football player is dead.
after collapsing.
Just hours after getting his second
Dose of COVID vaccine. Loved ones say the 17-year-old's heart stopped, suddenly collapsing.
The player collapsed during practice.
Collapsing during the game.
collapsing on the tennis court.
He collapsed.
Player has just collapsed.
It seems that there's a second player who's collapsed.
This is unusual.
Never seen anything like this. Yeah, what's going on?
This has been something no one has ever seen before. There is some evidence that some sort of delayed reaction to COVID.
My son is dead because he took the vaccine. They're lying.
We are pro-vaccine and pro-science, which is why we agreed to let Maddie volunteer for the trial.
Why is social media so intent on censoring it?
No one is letting anyone know. No mainstream media. Nothing. You have to dig and dig and dig to find anything. And even then you're called crazy.
Last week, there were more deaths in America from the COVID vaccine than from COVID itself.
Breaking news from the FDA, which has just approved the emergency use of the Pfizer vaccine for children ages 5 to 11. By the end of this year, Dr. Fauci believes there will be a vaccine available for kids as young as 6 months.
And that means millions of young children can get their first dose right now.
We just want you guys to believe that this is real. We are real people experiencing these side effects.
It's a crazy thing to vaccinate them with something that is actually 50 times more likely to kill them than the virus itself. We've been patient, but our patience is wearing thin.
What is the problem? Get over it.
Come on, people, just get the shot.
It's what we've been waiting for. To embrace all that life has in store. It's time to make new memories. Hug your family. It's time to hug your family. Feeling so relieved. No lockdowns, we're free.
Just get a vaccination.
This is a war on the children.
What are we
got to lose, you know?
A lot.
Well, fair enough. You know what we got to lose is our children's future.
That's right.
This is worth doing because of our kids.
A bullet is heading towards your child. This is a clear and present danger administered at the end of a public health administration needle.
Nothing I have done in the last 18 months that has made me infamous or famous, take your pick, has been because I'm a lawyer. It's been because I'm a mom. I think the parents are the new warriors.
I have 8 children, and I want to leave the world a little bit better and safer for them, and for your children, and for all of our children.
Something is not right, and it feels very much like when we escaped communism in Vietnam.
This gives them the opportunity to discriminate against 72% of Black Americans because you're unclean. Black America has to wake up.
Fear is immune suppressive, one of the most powerful things, second only to anger. So if you wanna stay well, joy, hug, love, forget the narrative.
When we do that, we become one. And that is what they're afraid of. That's why they locked us in our house. That's why they're pumping fear at us every day.
It's a celebration of what we can use to connect ourselves into the organism called humanity, which then fully informed cannot be enslaved.
I told someone the other day that lost their job, I said, you were freed. Take that freedom and figure out what you're supposed to do with it.
We expect their conversation to be wide-ranging, to cover a range of topics of mutual interest, everything from COVID-19 and our efforts to address the global pandemic.
Of the slave to the crickets make a sound. Where's the bold and the brave? We all have to stand our ground. Of the slave to the crickets make a sound. Where's the bold and the brave? We all have to stand our ground. This is a war on religion. This is a war on the children. If we are young with the sickness, this is a war on tradition. This is a war on religion. This is a war on the children. If we are young with the sickness, this is a war. This is a war.
Build is one of the largest public